the first day after the surgery. I'm back at home. I'm on pain meds, so I'm a little bit foggy, but fine. I do have drainage, which are filling it with all the liquid from the area they emptied. So just to give you a little bit an overview if you're new here, since I was a healthy, sporty person, and 2019 my body just started shutting down. I was diagnosed with MS. My body just didn't work anymore. I ended up in a wheelchair. I had been diagnosed with Lyme disease at the same time, with Hashimoto and other autoimmune disease at the same time. I went through hell. I went through a lot of medication. I went through a lot of cortisone and a lot of doctors, a lot of troubles. And then a couple years later, it was exactly 2 years later, I had a lot of seizures and everything, and I knew my body, how it reacts to certain things. 2 years later, I had some strange pain here on the left side, and it just didn't fit the whole MS symptoms. So I said, it's not the MS, I know it's something else. And I started searching for it by going to every doctor possible. I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of euros for every test possible: whole body MRIs, lab tests, ultrasounds, internists, orthopedic, women's doctors, back doctors, orthopedic, physio. I did everything humanly possible, even alternative, homeopathic. I did everything. Nobody could figure out what's wrong with me. 2 months ago, the pain started getting worse and worse and worse, and it got near my heart area, and I got to all these doctors, also for cardiologists and so on. They said, your heart is perfect, everything is perfect. Everybody said, you are fine, it's your MS, it's sure your MS. Or it comes from your back, it comes from your back. So it's not that, I fixed my damn back, I'm totally fine with my back. I went to so many therapists and physiotherapists, and they did everything, and I don't have this back pain. It's something completely different. It feels strange. It feels like it just doesn't belong there, and they didn't believe me because no pictures showed anything. And a couple of things happened that brought me to thankfully saving my life right now, and just looking at them, just wanna cry, not for me, but for all these women and for all these awful things that are happening in the world, and that this is allowed and this is legal. I just can't get my head wrap around this. And 1.5 years ago, maybe, I watched, it was Real Housewives, and Yolanda Hadid, the mother from Bella Hadid, from this model, she was diagnosed with Lyme disease, and she had so many different symptoms, and it was a bunch of things happening. And she has millions. She has all the best doctors, and they all said to her, no, it's the Lyme disease and so on. And she was coughing, and she was so persistent, like I was, and said, no, it's not. It's not. I know my body. It's not. It's something else. And she was searching. It's the same thing like I did. And some healer, just when she went in, he said, you have your breast implant erupted. And she said, no, they checked it, MRT, MRI, ultrasound, everything's fine. He said, yeah, but I tell you, it is. And when I opened her up, it was erupted, and it was, all these chemicals went to her lung. That's why she was coughing all the time. And then it got better when she removed everything that doesn't belong in her body, and she started even removing from her teeth the golden stuff and basically everything that doesn't belong there. That I had in mind. And thankfully, when I started fighting the MS, after I took medicine that made me even more sick, and the only thing that was left over was medication they offered me that will create tumors and breast cancer. There wasn't any option for me, and I was crying, and that's when I started carnivore in February. And after my whole body MRI, my lesions got better, my blood works got better, everything black and white got better. And it's the first time since 2019 that I put my MS into remission, which is just that the lesions are not growing. And one thing I wanted to say that, because I commented it on Adam's Carnivore Today, one of his videos, just because he was giving something like an update, that I said, oh yeah, you know what, I got my pictures back and it really helped, and now it's seeing this. And somebody commented, oh, look at this, some kind of this way, look at this girl, now we can close all hospitals, she figured it out, in this sarcastic, very disgusting way, which people are just so nasty and so disgusting, really. Nevertheless, I had then a person commented on one of my videos, and that made me think. And this person said, I'm sorry, I can't remember your username, but this person said, an autoimmune response is your body responding and fighting something that doesn't belong there. And I was creating a timeline, what happened then and so on. And the timeline didn't end up, because it's 2 years ago. My implants were 16 years ago. They were completely fine on the picture. So I didn't make the same conclusion at the time. And I was thinking at the time, coronavirus happened, my MS happened, all the medication they were putting into me, the contrast, everything that's, going on at the time. So I thought maybe my body was just shutting down then because of that. And then after this situation, I just had this moment, and it's my last step. I need to figure out and find an aesthetic doctor to check these implants, because something's just wrong in that area, and it got worse and worse and worse. And it got really worse over here, and couldn't breathe anymore and so on. And I stumbled over some videos about breast implant illness. I didn't really want to look into it, because it was like, oh, yeah, that's just, some bodies maybe reject that. I was a little bit also in denial what I saw now with a lot of women also, where I was at the hospital at the time. And it's just insane. And and I looked it up, and all the symptoms and all these women and all these comments, and I read thousands of comments. There are 100,000 of women in these groups experience the same things. They are fighting against the FDA things to recognize that as a illness as well, because these women don't have the money as well to take them out. They are just dying from breast cancer and other stuff that these breast implants are causing them, and they can't remove it because they don't have the money for it, and they don't recognize it as a real threat. Even hundreds of thousands of women are showing that this is a thing, and they're telling everybody that it's safe. It's not safe. Dear Lord, it's not safe. And I got so lucky, so unbelievable lucky, that I went to visit my grandfather, and the best friend of my mom, her son has a girlfriend, and she offered to connect us so we can spend some time when I was there for the doctor's appointments, because I don't know anybody there, so I wanted spend some time with some people. And I canceled our date because I didn't feel good. I felt very sad, and I had some issues, just just from health wise. And when I canceled, we drive by car to this friend of my mom, and we sat there, and we came in just picking up something or giving her something, and this woman that she wanted me to meet was sitting there. And I swear, if God needs something to tell me, then he's really putting it into my face. And she was sitting there, and we were talking about sports, and if we just want to maybe go play some tennis or something. And she said, oh yeah, but I can't move my upper body. And I didn't want to ask her at the time because I knew maybe she got breast implants or something, because the way she was talking, it didn't end up. And then we ended up talking, went for a coffee, and then she was telling me about this woman, this doctor in Belgrade. She was doing hers, and she's a specialist for oncology as well. So she's specialized in breast cancer reconstruction, and their team, they're having everything that if something shows up on the table, they are removing it. They're doing everything and putting everything out that needs to be put out if you have cancer and so on. Since then, also during this whole issues, also some pre-cancer situation showed up. It just, everything added up in the end. So I said, I'm gonna do this appointment with her in Belgrade, and it was very tough to get here because we went to Croatia, went to Austria. I wanted to cancel. I just can't believe what happened. I 7-8 times I wanted to cancel that appointment just because it wasn't convenient for me. It was not convenient for me to do so. Just because I wanted to, clean up my house, and I wanted to go to work, and I wanted then to be on holiday, and I wanted this and I wanted that, and to fly here. I don't know. Thankfully, everything ended up like it did, and I said, I can't cancel the flight. It's a pity then. I will lose money. I should just get in the plane. And I came here, and I was so happy with her, and I felt just comfortable because in the morning my other doctor who put the breast implant in from Austria called me back, and he was awful on the phone, and I was just scared, and I just didn't want to do it then. And when I was at her, it was completely different, and I felt safe. So I said, if there is if there is any possibility that you have an appointment open right now, please take me. She said, yeah. I was on Monday there, and it's Tuesday, Thursday. I have an appointment left until I go to holiday for 5 days. I said, great, let's do it. And I went there. It took 3 hours. She cut me open. She did move everything. She said your breasts were very good, so she didn't have to do anything, no lifts, no nothing. She just put everything out, the capsule and so on. And she sent that to the biopsy because I just can't believe that. At first, this is not how it's supposed to look like, but you see that it was ruptured. It was ruptured all the time. God knows for how long, and all these masses is just who knows how long already going into my body, and the whole surrounding is very, very thin at some parts. And she said you were so close for a complete eruption, but we don't know when it broke. And that's why she sent it to check out the cancer. It's not a biopsy, it's I don't know the medical word for it. She sent the capsule, which was around, to check if there is any lymphoma or these stuff. There's some special checkups. I hope in 7 days they will get back to me. But yeah, the chances are very high that since I'm 19, these bastards were killing me from inside. And most of these women also told that they had a lot of food allergies, which are strange. This is why so many people wonder why I can't eat certain stuff. I can eat some stuff and so on, and why I'm allergic to basically everything. That might be it. And it's, for me, having them 16 years in, it will take years to recover in my body to heal. And now also having all these meds, of course, so I can survive, because it's a lot of pain. That's, again, to put all these chemicals then out of your body, it will take time. But I was in a hospital, and also some things happened. The one of the nurses, we were talking about food, and I said I can't eat everything, so I'm on a special diet because I have MS. And she said, "Oh, her daughter has MS too. She's 17, or was 17 when she got MS. Also 2019. Very curious. Also the same year. And she's on medication, and she's fine now." And I said, "Yeah." I told her what I'm doing, and I said, if it ever she comes to the point where she want to try something else, she should she should look it up." Then the woman who was next to me, she had I don't know the English word for it, where she had to remove all her breasts. She had a reconstruction because she had cancer. And her, I don't know, mother-in-law or something, I can't remember what she said, had also MS. And she asked me what I do and so on. So I wrote her down all the names from Chafee, Baker, and Barry, and wrote it to her down. And maybe just the purpose of this whole situation was for me being at this time, at this place, to maybe give this information to these two women, and maybe it will help some of these women to also get better. The only thing that I just cannot wrap my head around is that this is illegal. That not for the purpose when somebody has cancer and needs a reconstruction like the lady was with me, but to that so many young women like I was have the need and think this is what they need. How? Why is this the picture that we are showing young women and children, and even being with my niece here, she's dressing up, putting makeup on, playing girl, that all these things, this is what we are with role models for little kids like Kim Kardashian. We are teaching these kids that this is something that's just normal and okay. With all this woke culture, it's so normal to change your body, put chemicals in it, put these things, because also when I was at an appointment before the consultation, two of the women were sitting next to me. One was 6 months after her surgery, one maybe a year, and we started talking, how they feel, it hurts, how they feel, and I damn it, and I explained then why I'm here, and they got in denial. They built up a wall in seconds. I just said I'm here because the breast implants, pretty sure they're making me sick, and a lot of people have breast implant illness, and that can cause cancer and these kind of things. So that's why I want to remove everything, and I will never put anything else in my body. That's what I said. And they were like, but I know so many women, they have it now for 10 years. They're so fine. Everything's fine. It depends on which brand and who's doing it and blah, blah, blah. No, it doesn't. No. This, no matter what you put in your body, doesn't belong in your body. Your body is smart. Your body is fighting against everything, medication and these things that doesn't belong there. Besides, when you really had a car crash or something that requires you to have something to like that, but your body doesn't require that. Your body doesn't require any kind of hormone therapy, anything that comes with that. And it makes me so sad and so angry that this is a thing now, and more women are just, they will end up like me for years, searching and being put in the situation that they don't know what they're having, and every doctor at some point will tell them they're crazy. This is not crazy. This substance that's going out is toxic, pure toxic, that is just in your body. And even if it's not ruptured, your body is creating something around it to protect you, because it doesn't belong there. And it takes all the energy of your body to protect you from something you put in your body in the first place, than to help you fight everything else that's going on. So if you ever see or heard or are with a spouse or whatever, or a girlfriend or sister, daughter, who's considering that, show her every damn video on YouTube about women sharing their experiences from breast implant illness, because that's what I underestimated. And it's not, these are 16 years old, this is the old stuff, you know. I had the best doctor, and they were the best implants still. And Mel Robbins, the author, she had hers removed 4 years ago because they were putting out of the market, but they still left it in the women. They said they're gonna make you breast cancer, but it's okay if you already have them in it. It's your own fault, you know, like that. And women have to get the money to remove them. And I know that in America and a lot of other countries, it will take about 10,000-15,000 euros or dollars, doesn't matter, to remove them. And especially for moms, single moms and so on, that they don't have the money to do so, or other things that they are not paying for their health. It's just makes me sick. So my doctor is in Belgrade. I recommend her to everyone. She was amazing. And it costs to remove the whole with the capsule and everything. It cost me 3,500, which is amazing. And if I would have a breast lift too, but I didn't need it, it would cost 5,000. So the one thing she's doing is she decides on the table if it's okay for you, what she's gonna do. And if something shows up, she's gonna just take it out. If you have some cancer or whatever, she's just gonna fix you completely. And she decided for me that I don't need a breast lift and anything. So she's not a money-making machine. She really decided on the table, my breasts are perfectly fine like they are, and I don't need more pain or more to pay more. So that's why I only pay 3,500. This Kosovats, Dr. Kosovats is her name. And yeah, it's, the clinic's name is MSB in Belgrade. And I can tell you how I feel right now. It's just holding this in my hand. And she also will send me the video also from the capsule when she opened it up and so on, so I can see it. It's just incredible. I just can't get over this. I will see everything, and I feel relieved. I feel so much better. Of course, I'm in pain, but the most pain are the drainages. So these things, what is that? So it's going on both sides. It's out of my breast area here. It's getting out. You see, this is the blood that's coming out. It would be in my body then. Have to change it every morning. And on Friday they're gonna take it out, and that's the ugly part, because these drainages are surrounding like that. And then they pull it out. So this is disgusting, but after everybody said that the pain then is gone, because they're causing the most pain. So I hope that, because it's sometimes like a little very painful electroshocks, and it's just, if you have a big stone underneath, that's a little bit how it feels. And these are all the medications I have to take. But I'm happy that I could go home. They were all very nice. And I don't know if I wanted to say something else. So I just hope that the results from the cancer part will be fine. I hope my body will now heal. You know what the first thing was? Also, don't know if I mentioned that. They served plasma cookies, which are similar like Leibniz cookies, if you know them. I don't know, in America, like butter cookies. That's like what they served me, like a bunch of them yesterday as a first dish, because I didn't have any water and anything to eat until in the night, 24 hours. So I ate some because of the medication. And then the next day they wanted to serve me croissants. It's just insane. Served her 2 croissants, and they served a yogurt, and I said sorry, I cannot eat that. And then she was so nice and made me some eggs and gave me some milk cheese. I wanted butter, but they only had milk cheese, so she was really nice and created for me that. And then she asked me for lunch what I need to eat and what I would love, and I said no, I'm gonna eat with my mom. And now she made me rump steak, and I was so happy. The steak here is really good because they went to a private farmer, my uncle, and bought really amazing meat. And I was craving meat so bad, and some yogurt, so that was fine. I feel good. Of course the pain is here, but this is a pain I can handle, and I hope that everything was gonna be better. And the first things that I really was looking for was that at one point I would like to train for a marathon, just a small one, 3 kilometers or something, nothing special, some business run thing, just to do something that I've only done once in my life, and just do something like running. It will be cool. And I just feel so relieved. I'm tired, but I feel relieved, and yeah, don't know what to say else. So I will keep you updated. So the next couple of days are more about how I'm doing health-wise, but the pain with the pain mats is manageable as soon as they a little bit go down. It's a little bit more pain. Lying down is more pain than walking or sitting, and it's just like somebody's putting a needle all the time in your breast area. This is really discomfort. My son, the first thing he said to me when I arrived, "You look bigger, like taller, not bigger, and you look thinner." So I said, "Yeah, thanks, honey." And then you're gonna go shopping with me. And he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go shopping with you." I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna buy some new clothes that I fit in." So I'm trying to see everything positive. And I saw that also with a woman who had cancer next to me, and she said she was healthy and everything, but so many things happen in her life stress-wise, and she thinks that's why the cancer came. And then she was worrying all the time because her son is a pilot. She's a doctor for, how do you say, pets doctor, animals doctor, and they moved a lot and so on, so she had a lot of stress. And I told her, now that's a wake-up call for you. You have now cancer, and if you just see the life positive, it will go away, I promise. She said, yeah, you're completely right. So I hope she will be fine. And yeah, that's about life, right? So we're going this positive vibe. I slept very well. I had amazing drugs to keep me sleeping. I removed something on time because God led me. Even I wanted to quit over and over and didn't want to come over and over, and everything happened. And everything happens for a reason. Everything. If you just believe. And I'm now more and more a believer. I was always since I'm little, but like, how can you not believe after everything that happened to me the last couple of months, just leading me here? So, and it's a little heavy weight. It is off, so I'm gonna lose weight. I lost very easy, so easy weight. And I feel okay. And soon I hope I will run marathons and everything else. And I'm happy that I'm here with family, so they keep me busy. And see you maybe tomorrow if everything goes well.